So I saw this movie starring Queen Latifah once, and I cannot remember the name of it for nothing in the world. If I remember the name of it, or I might look it up and just put it in the description box, but her character said that she was so low. She felt so low that she felt like she had to look up just to see the bottom. Baby, that's low. And that's exactly how I felt last year. Last year, 2024 was probably the worst year of my entire existence. And I keep saying that, and that's because that's how I feel. That's just, it probably ain't the worst year, but that's just how I feel at this point in my life right now. I feel like it was 2024 because I felt like I lost everything. I got evicted from my home. My car was in repossession. I lost my business, which was my only source of income at the time. Y'all, I don't, why I keep doing this, y'all? We ain't crying on camera. But anyways, we always put a strong importance on material things. So while I did lose a lot, I did not lose my life and I did not lose my mind. And I always feel like when you go back in retrospect and you look at things, you have to figure out what was the lesson that you needed to learn from that situation. So 3 things that I learned from hitting rock bottom. The first one is that life is truly spiritual. If you do not have control over your spiritual life, you will not have control over your physical life. And if you don't have control over your spiritual life, baby, somebody else is going to take control of it. Somebody else is going to play all up in your energy. Somebody else will take advantage of the fact that your mind is closed and that you don't pretty much know anything about spiritual life. They will take advantage of that. It makes you an easy target. And I'm not blaming anybody for nothing, because I feel like if I would have had control over my spiritual life, none of the things that took place would have been able to take place. So this is definitely not one where, I'm like, figure out who's doing this and figure out who's doing that. No, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and get control over your spiritual life. It does not have to be a traditional religious type of aspect. However you get to God, baby. It can be spiritual. It can be new age spirituality. It can be the old school spirituality. It can be the church if you want it to be. Whatever you need to do to get control of your life, do that. Get control of your spiritual life so that you can have complete control over your physical life. I know it's some atheists out there and people that, there's no such thing as God or a higher power. This ain't the video for you. Click off. The next thing that I learned from that situation is that material things are really not that important. Idolatry is something that we were taught is worshiping other gods. Anything can be an idol. Whenever you are putting more importance on one particular thing than you are on God or than you are on whatever higher power you believe in, you're idolizing it. So I feel like I really was idolizing my business. I was idolizing my home. I was idolizing my car. And it got taken. That's just what it is. But, and don't get me wrong, those things are very important. Those are important things, but you should not put them above whatever higher power you believe in. Material things come and they go. This 3D life ain't even really real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go that far deep into it, but don't put so much importance on material things and even other people. I feel like I was idolizing love. Honey, that ain't even a tangible thing. I don't know what I need therapy. Anywho, but I learned that when you put an extreme importance on material things, you might mess around, and 9 times out of 10 you probably are going to lose it, because that's the lesson that you need to learn. But I learned to not put so much importance to where I'm not focusing on what really does matter, which was myself, my mental health, my spiritual health, all of those things. Those things were on the back burner. It was all about the bag. Hustle culture had swallowed me up. And I was really just hustling just to attain other things. It wasn't even, I was hustling because I do want to leave something to my children, but for the most part, I just wanted to keep up. Not with the Joneses. Maybe with Instagram, which is why I ain't really on there like that no more. Who is the Jones? Anyways, And so the last thing, which I feel like is probably the most important thing, is that God restores. So if you are in a place where you feel like you have lost everything, nothing is going right for you, you don't know where to go, which way to turn, just know that God restores. And either way it go, you're really not a true hustler if you don't lose it all and you can't get it right back. But I would definitely say God restores. It was something that needed to happen so that way he can really show me how he get down, baby. And wherever he at, that's where I'm gonna be. I have learned my lesson. As you can see, like I said, I got evicted last year. If you watch my moving to San Antonio video, you know I had to sleep in my car the first few nights that I came here. Now I'm in my house. So I have a different car because, like I said, the car was in repossession, but I ain't really lose it because they was going to have to find me, honey. They was going to have to find me. Like I was saying, I didn't lose the car. The police took the car, y'all. The police took the car. I'm gonna just be honest. I got pulled over and I couldn't register the vehicle because it was in repossession. So had I registered it, then the people would have knew where I was. So that is so ghetto. Don't tell nobody. But anyway, so I have a different car. I'm in my home. I really, I feel like the business probably needed to be, it needed to happen because it was extremely stressful. Running a business is extremely stressful. So I feel like my life has been a little bit more at peace. I did have to go back to nursing, but I work for the agency, so I still work for myself. Whenever you work for a nursing agency, you are pretty much considered a independent contractor. You don't really have like a supervisor or anything like that, which is amazing in some ways, but I don't know. We're not even going to talk about it. But if you made it to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. Y'all know I am on the road to 100 videos. I think it's been like 7 or 8 days since I last uploaded. So I wanted to get something meaningful out, get a video out. And so I recorded something. Anyways, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Go watch my shorts. Share this video with somebody that needs to see it, and comment down below if it helped you, because I really just, I really want to be able to upload and not upload. I want to put out content that helps people. I don't want to just be putting out, the look at me, I'm so cute, I'm fine, I got this wig, da 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 da. I don't want to just be that type of content creator. I really want to put out stuff that helps. So if it helped you, let me know, comment down below, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. If you're new here, my name is Brooke Ebony. Bye.